Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to the Sims 4 speedrunning video, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. So in today's video I'm going to be building the world of Tartosa, which is the world that we got from the game pack The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories, and I'm going to be building a Italian starter home. So that is a sentence that I have not said in, no exaggeration, years at this point. Not an Italian starter home, I've never built one of them before, but just a starter home. It's been almost 3 years since my last one. How that's managed to happen, I do not know. But basically, recently I was looking at my save file and I've got a good amount of builds so far in my save, which if you're curious what this is, I'm currently in the process of rebuilding the whole entire Sims 4 basically. So I'm coming in and I'm rebuilding every single lot. I'm creating new families, giving existing families makeovers, just basically giving the Sims 4 a bit of a facelift. And in the process of doing this, I seem to regularly build quite big houses for my save, but I came to the realisation that, well, hang on, I haven't really got that many starter houses for my save file, and I feel like they're kind of key. Like, I feel like if you was to download my save, you're probably going to start off in a starter home, and so I kind of need to pull my finger out and actually get started building at some starter houses. And so I thought, well, why not sit down and build one in one of my favourite worlds to build in the game, which is the world of Tartosa. All this world so far in my save file, I've tried to make it very like Tuscan Italian, and so coming in to it building a starter house, I basically just tried to follow that through, and I'm really happy and really proud of the way this build came together. I can't believe this is a starter house, but yeah, I really hope you like it. But anyway, moving on from that and getting on and talking a little bit more about the build itself and also what I'm doing right now. So currently I'm just coming in and building somewhat of a structure for this house. You would have seen the way that I started this one. It's a bit different to how I normally start my speed builds, because normally I'll come in, I'll build the main structure, I'll do the roofing, wallpapering, and then we go from there. Then I'll start adding in like landscaping and rocks and, you know, like random bits and bobs. But for this one, I pretty much entered into the lot and then went straight into the live edit menu and started pulling out random live edit and debug menu items that you can find in the world of Tartosa, basically plonked them off to the side, and then it started building the shell of the house around them structure pieces. One of the things that I use that kind of really helped shape this build, and I know it's going to sound really silly, but I found this live edit almost like wall. You'll see it right on the left hand side of the screen. It's from the My Wedding Stories live edit menu. Just a random wall, but I saw it and I thought, well, that would look quite nice up against a staircase. So then I put a staircase down, and then I placed down this kind of like circular balcony railing thing that we've got. The one that I use is from the Discovery University live edit menu, but then once I placed that down, I then followed on through with this same almost like fencing again from Discovery University, and then I was doing the upstairs balcony, and then it came together a bit weird, this house, but yeah, like I said, I'm just so happy with this little house. I can't believe that this is literally a starter home in the game. You can move your Sims in straight from CAS, and you don't have to get them to go to the bank or anything. They don't have to get out a mortgage. Literally just move straight in, and they've even got a little bit of money left over. Now, the way that I build my starter house is, granted, it has almost been 3 years, and so maybe you've never seen a starter home built from me before, but basically the way that I've previously built starter houses for my save file, the way and kind of like the approach that I have to it is I'll come in, I'll build the whole exterior, I'll do the landscaping, I'll do like the main things that would be in a house when you move in. I do also place down like a little kitchen area, a bathroom area, but in terms of like posters on the walls or sofas or bed frames, I basically leave that for you to decide. Like I said, and don't worry, your Sims have got a little bit of money left over, so you can pick out them things yourself. I just like this approach of building starter houses where I basically give you a house that has all the built-in things, because realistically, think about it, if you was going to move into a brand new flat, or if you was going to move into a brand new house, you're not going to pick up your fridge and put it in a suitcase, or you're not going to put your toilet in the back of your car and move it with you. Them kind of things are built into a house, and so the approach that I have for my save file is pretty much do that. So this house, it ends up having a toilet in the bathroom. It also ends up having a sink and a bathtub. Downstairs in the kitchen, we have got, to be fair, actually quite a decent sized kitchen, but we've got multiple different kitchen counters. We've also got a little oven space. You've got a kitchen sink. You've got a fridge as well in the kitchen. And then just off the kitchen, you've also got like a little built-in utility room space. So by default, this house, it does have laundry. If you don't fancy it, you can delete it. I reckon you'll probably get around about I'm just going to say like a random number, around about like 800 simoleons roughly if you delete the washing machine and the tumble dryer. But to me, that's realistic. I feel like when you move into a house, then kind of things are like built in, or at least when I moved into my house, we already had the washing machine and the tumble dryer here. And so I just, in this house, I just did the exact same thing. And then, yeah, you've got the option for if you want to play with laundry, you can. If you also want to, there is a walk-in wardrobe by the front door. That walk-in wardrobe that I've used, it's from the Get Together expansion pack. That is 730 simoleons. Again, if you want to, you can delete it and you can buy yourself something extra with that money. But then saying that, I really don't think you're going to have to delete anything in this house. Like I said, when you download this build of the gallery, and if you do decide to move a sim straight in from cash, they haven't gone to the bank, they ain't got a mortgage, it's literally just a brand new sim in a brand new save file with the starting funds, they've still got quite a hefty amount of money to work with. Now, for this house, I decided to build it on a single sim budget, which by default, that is 20,000 simoleons. Depending on how many household members you've got in your Sims family, this can change, but yeah, for a single sim, it is 20,000 simoleons. If you have an extra, like a cat or a dog or something, I think you're getting like an extra $2,000 roughly, but I wanted to build this on a single sim budget, just in case, you wanted to create a brand new sim, just a single person, and yeah, you wanted to start maybe like a legacy with them or something. But with the 20,000 simoleons, once they've moved into this lot, they have 19,450 simoleons left, because for some reason, the lot that I'm building on, bear in mind where we're building, basically on a little private island, absolutely beautiful, like the prettiest area basically in the world of Tartosa, the lot itself only ends up being 550 simoleons. Where's the maths? How does that... I just don't understand why this lot, by default, is so cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong, grateful for it, but yeah, the lot itself, absolutely nothing on it, only costs your Sims at 550 simoleons, and your Sims are pretty much on their own little private island. They ain't got any neighbours, so, I mean, could we maybe put that kind of idea and that maths into real life? Because that would be great. But yeah, from moving in, your Sims have around about 19 grand, and from that, I basically came in and just built this house, and the house ends up being worth 16,068 simoleons. So roughly, if you was to move a sim in, you would have around about 3,382 simoleons left. I did write that down, by the way. I have really bad memory, but I did write that down if you're wondering how I was able to remember the exact digits and stuff. Yeah, your Sims have around about 3,300 simoleons left to basically place down a bed, place down maybe like a nice little dining room table. There is basically a lot of fun money, is what I'm going to term it as, left over if you do decide to, download this house and move a starting sim in. Like I've said already, you've already got pretty much like a fully fleshed out kitchen. You might want to add maybe like a coffee pot, maybe like a microwave, depending on what kind of food your sim likes to eat. You can definitely add that in, but you've already got a kitchen area. You've already got a utility room space for your Sims to do their washing. You've already got a bathroom. That 3,000 simoleons is pretty much just money to buy a bed and then whatever else you want with it. I did also do a little bit of a test to see what my sim could actually buy with that budget left over, and they were able to buy a double bed, a table with 4 chairs, an art easel, mainly because I'm thinking where we're building is very pretty. I feel like it's very picturesque and it's just like the perfect location if your Sims are maybe like an artist or something. And so I thought, I want to see if my Sims can buy an art easel. And yeah, they can also buy an art easel. They can also buy 2 love seats, a computer desk and desk chair, and then also a laptop. All of that your Sims can buy within that 3,300 budget. And also your Sims will still have money left over. Your Sims would have around about, depending on which objects you go for, but for the objects that I chose, my sim had around about 500 simoleons left over. So, they could still make themselves something to eat if they want to, because obviously that costs your Sims money. Or if your Sims want to maybe go to the spa and they maybe want to get some sort of treatment, they've got money left. You've literally got money to do whatever you want. And yeah, I'm so proud of this house. Like I said, I can't believe this ends up being a start house, which you could fully flesh out. And with that 500 simoleons, you could then maybe place down a nice little rug. You place down maybe like some posters onto the wall, or just some decorations, or just whatever you fancy. yeah, just a little bit of a budget to work towards. I personally, whenever I play the game myself, I like to try and stick within like the budgeting system. I basically try not to mother load the game so much because I kind of like the grinding system of starting with a new sim. They've got no money, they've got no jobs, they've got no mates, and basically just working around from there. And yeah, I just feel like this house is such a like perfect start house for your sims to start off in. But either way, besides the point, moving over and actually getting back and talking about what I'm doing right now. So as you can see, I've pretty much already figured out the whole shell of the house. I'm just coming in now and playing around with these rocks around it. Now, I wanted to use the rocks in the landscaping because I'm using ones that we got from the live edit menu and they're free. Even though it's absolutely massive and it takes up a good portion of the lot, it doesn't cost your sims any money. And also, the landscaping, I think I might have spent roughly around about 30 simoleons on the landscaping, and it's only because, and I noticed this when I was editing, I placed down I think 3 different clumps of grass which cost 10 simoleons each. Other than that, all the other trees and bushes and flowers free from the live edit menu. Honestly, the live edit menu is such a lifesaver, especially when it comes around to building on some sort of budget. Normally whenever I do my speed builds anyway, I do like to landscape using the live edit plants because they just look a little bit nicer to me and they look a little bit more realistic, and I find that some of them have like darker shadows on them, which I really like. But as you would have seen in the garden space, I did decide to place down some garden planters, which I was questioning with myself, because realistically, if you move into a brand new house, would you have places for yourself to plant things? I think not, but I don't know, I just really like the look of them there. If you want to, of course, you can delete them. You can delete other things as well on the exterior. I placed down a little wishing well by the front portion, just because I feel like that would have been built into this house when this house was built, like, I'm going to say maybe like 20, 30 years ago or something. But yeah, there is a wishing well. The one that I've used is from the Get Famous expansion pack. It's just purely decoration. Your sims can't actually interact with it. But I really like the look of it. And so, yeah, again, another thing, if you want to, your sims can delete. Honestly, if you was to come in and you was to delete that walk-in wardrobe that I was talking about, that little wishing well, the laundry stuff, and then also them planters, you're probably going to get yourself an extra $2,000 roughly. You've got tons of money to work with basically if you want to move your sims into this house. But either way, as you can see, I'm currently coming back in and basically redoing this little like stair railing bit over here. Basically, when I came in, I started building the main structure of this build. I placed down these stair railings, but I didn't size them down, and I like the look of them to be a little bit smaller, and so where I sized down them on the balcony area up top, it made sense to size down the ones on the stair railing as well. And so yeah, I just basically came in and just ever so slightly adjusted that. I'm now just basically running around the exterior a lot, just adding in some final touches, placing down a little mailbox. Oh, and I actually just remembered, I placed down a bin. Granted, I did basically shove it at the back of the lot, but basically I wanted there to be an exterior bin somewhere on the lot just for gameplay purposes. Maybe you've moved yourself in and your sims have maybe added a few things into the kitchen, one of them being an interior bin, but then you need an exterior bin so your sims can actually empty the bin on the inside. I just basically wanted there to be a exterior bin somewhere, and so yeah, I just basically hid it at the very back of the lot. But yeah, there is one here if your sims need to basically put the bins out. But you can see that I've now just moved on into the inside of the house. I already placed down the kitchen counters and then also the oven and then the fridge. The oven, fridge and then kitchen counters, they're all from the Cottage Living expansion pack. I then did also place down a completely empty, quite lonely looking base game shelf onto the wall, which feel free to clutter up with maybe like a nice little plant, maybe some cereal boxes or something. Also placed down the laundry stuff, so you got a washing machine and a tumble dryer. And then I moved on to the upstairs portion and then it quickly just did the bathroom. But other than that, I'm going to go around the build, finish it off with some final details, and that is pretty much it. So anyway guys, I'm going to end this voiceover right here. As always, you can download this build via the gallery. My gallery ID is JessicapieYT, or you can just search for the hashtag JessicapieYT or just the hashtag Jessicapie. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, if you do like my content then please do subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next Sims 4 speedrunning video. Bye guys!